Xfinity, good morning. How are you? Well, I'm surprised to see you up so early. 217. Hey guys, how's the picture? I've tried to do videos from this location before and it's been kind of shoddy, but I'm up a little bit higher from where I normally try it. Is the picture okay? I'm all right. Been up early. I was up at like 3:30. I'm like, I gotta go fishing. It's really super windy. I hope the wind's not too bad. I know when I've tried to do videos from here, it's been really digitized. It's a little weird. Yeah, it's probably the digitation. Rod Wilson, good morning, welcome in. Actually, it looks good. Okay, well, if it starts getting digitized, let me know. I mean, there's not much I can do about it, but there's not much of a sense of doing a video if y'all can't see it, right? Nothing worse than having a bad video. 9 people in here already this morning. Welcome in, everybody. If you don't mind, on your way in, hit that thumbs up. It really helps us out a lot. So today we're fishing the lower Black River. It rained yesterday, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained, and it rained. It was raining at like 11 o'clock last night. So I'm like, surely this river's going to be up. Over here behind me, I'm sure you guys can probably hear the spillway. It's rolling pretty good, but I thought they'd be dumping more water to create more of a current. But I'm hoping those catfish come up in here to try to feed on these fish that are coming through the spillway. So we're using cut skipjack. I'm going to, just for grins, go up there and use some stinky balls and throw them out here, see if we can't catch a couple little channel cats maybe with it. Behind this wall right here, like this one right here, it's probably a 15-foot drop. And that's normally where I try to do videos at. And I can't do a very good video that way. So it makes it kind of hard. I mean, y'all can see the hook set if we hook up on something, but it makes it really hard to see me actually catch the fish because this wall right here is in the way. And I've got to go way down there. Does that make sense? Sure, it makes sense. Y'all know what I'm saying. So I think I'm gonna run up there and grab my other rod. We'll throw some stinky balls on and see if we can't catch something with stinky balls. All right, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Hi, guys. Hard to eat down that way. No, wait a minute. I'm scared to death. I am actually. Yeah. Well, I do a. That's a lot. I'm glad the rain's gone. Yeah. All right, guys, did I miss any action? I hope not. I went up and I got some stinky balls. Wildcat blood, made by Catfish Charlie. I seen Rod at Rod's Fishing Adventure catch some nice channel cat on these. So I gave them a try the other day at the local lake, but this is a river. So we'll see if it's any better. Kind of worried about my weight situation. There's a pretty good flow going through. I probably don't have enough weight on this rod to hold this in place. So it's got a small weight, as you can see, and this little bait holder treble hook. It's going to take these little stinky balls. We're going to push it on this hook. Okay. So we've got the stinky balls on the hook. I'm not really a big fan of clickbaits like this, but it's fun to catch small channel cat. I mean, I might end up with a carp. I don't know if a carp would bite that or not. A little channel cat might. I don't know if y'all probably can't see that. Now you can probably see both rods. Can't see it all that well, but you can see it. 25 awesome people in here. Thank you very much for popping in. Good morning, Mr. Rogers, Mid-South. It was supposed to rain all weekend. That's what they were calling for, buddy. I hope you have a good time there in Belleville. Lots of nice places there to check out. So we're catfishing down at Clearwater Lake on the Black River. If y'all missed it at the beginning. On the other side of this wall, it's like a 15-foot drop. So if I catch a fish, I gotta do a whole bunch of running around to get down there, but I'll still get down there. My odds of catching a catfish is good because I'm fishing in the water. I only have 2 rods out. I don't have 4 or 5 like somebody else I know. Mid-South. Not to mention any names. But I still feel I can catch a fish on 2 rods. It is very beautiful. The sun's coming up. It's cloudy. We've just got all that rain from the hurricane that's made its way up here. It's very windy. Probably here in an hour or so, maybe 2 hours. We'll see how the slide goes and how the fishing is. I'm gonna put my boat out on the water. I'm gonna do some crappie fishing. I will not have service, so whatever video I do will have to actually be a video. Mid-South, you were correct. I have a hard time getting into tree. I always mess that one up. It's always tree. So I'm having to use my normal phone, my personal phone, because my YouTube phone, apparently the operating system corrupted on it for some reason. So I'm gonna have to go buy a new phone. Which it was a cheap phone anyway, and I bought it just to use for YouTube videos. So I guess you get what you pay for. But I'm not spending a fortune on a phone to do videos. Y'all might see my rod tips move around. It's just the wind. It's probably like 10 to 15 mile an hour winds out here right now. So unless that rod goes forward, it's not a bite. If the rod goes over the ledge, it's a bite. That's for sure. Got 7 thumbs up. Hey guys, if you don't mind, smash that thumbs up. Just hit that double tap that screen for me. It really helps my channel a little bit. Don't know how much, but they say it helps. I don't guess I really have a reason to have my ring light out anymore. When I got down here, it was dark, so I need a light. If y'all ever want to fish at night, buy one of these ring lights. It's a lifesaver. So the catfish I can catch out of this river are channel cats and flatheads. There's no blue cats, but there are channel cats and flats. My biggest flathead I've caught out of this river is 14.5 pounds, and that's my personal best. When I caught that, I was fishing for walleye with a jig. At the end of December, on top of it. There's myself and a fellow that I met down here. He's a subscriber. He comes in alive once in a while, Matt Stewart. There's him and I out here fishing off the boat. It was a cold day. It was a windy day. But we managed to catch fish. At the time, I don't know that I had any hot hands. At the end of winter, they all went on clearance, and I bought a whole bunch of hot hands. I bought some of them hot hands you can put in your shoes, so I guess they're shoe hands. Keep my hands and my feet warm. I don't care if you got 3 pairs of socks on, a pair of insulated boots, 4 pairs of gloves. Your hands and feet still get cold. I hope the wind's not too bad. I did got my little cover on my microphone to try to help. I'm digitizing. Yeah, I was afraid I was going to have that issue. That could have been for me being in front of the camera. We'll see if it straightens out. It might have been trying to focus too much on me walking around. If it keeps digitizing, we won't put up with that. But I'm really thinking we're going to catch a fish. I think it'll be on them stinky balls though. If I had my other phone, I probably wouldn't be digitizing. Good morning, Danny. How you doing? Welcome in. The catfishing action has not been hot and heavy. Matter of fact, I was here for probably an hour before I decided to try to go live, just to see if anything would happen. I would turn the camera and show you guys the spillway, but as soon as I do, it's going to digitize and cut out. Just because service here sucks. You would think in a town that's got a great big lake, this is Clearwater Lake, it's a big lake. For our area, it's a big lake. You think they'd have cell phone towers out here that you'd have service. This phone's only a 4G phone. They say they have 5G. Well, if you got 5G, how come the 4G don't work worth a damn? You know what I'm saying? We're up to 8 thumbs up. Thank you guys. I'm really waiting for one of those rods to bend over. I do have my drag set loose on the left rod, just in case some big catfish takes off with it, because it does have a cut skipjack on it. I'm not too worried about the stinky ball, the small stinky ball one. Because usually they'll tap it a few times, so by the time you get over to it, you know they're there. But on that skipjack, he's going to hit it and he's going to take off with it. Lisa Elliott, good morning to you. Great to see you today. It's a gloomy day. It's cloudy. The leaves are starting to change color, falling off the trees. I really wish I could get out on the boat with you guys and do a crappie video. But due to sucky service that we have here, that's just not going to happen. But hopefully we'll have a fishing video. And I tell you what, last night I was at the camper. The power flickered and we lost cable. I know, camping in the camper having cable, it's a rough life. So I actually got on my laptop and I found videos that I didn't realize I hadn't posted, nor even made. Jen Holder, welcome in. And I'm like, that's not a bad video. Why didn't I put that video together? So that's going to be, I'm going to go home early, maybe Sunday. I might stay down here and fish for Sunday night bites. I don't know yet. But I definitely know I have some video that I can go back on. Some of it's from the winter time when it's snowing. I'm fishing this area and it's snowing. I was like, well, that's pretty cool. That's a nice video. Why didn't I do that? So we're going to have a wintertime video in the fall. What do y'all think about that? Here, fishy kitty. Right on that line. Am I still digitizing? Or am I good? It says I have a full bar of full tower service. That doesn't mean I really do. Because I can go smack dab through the middle of town where I know I have service and not have any service at all. Hey, we're up to 10 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Let's hit that 50 mark. We'll try for 50 thumbs up in an hour. I think we can do it. And across the way, there's the park attendants out picking up the trash. They always do a good job here. They keep this park nice and clean. Man, there's everything in this park from basketball. They don't have no tennis courts. They do got some nice clean restrooms. They got restrooms all over the place. Camping, RVing. They got nice pavilions, great fishing areas, boat ramp. I mean, what else could you ask for? They did redo all of this, like all this stuff here. This never used to be here. It used to just come down and go on a ramp and it went right down to the river. So they built a lot of this in because you actually would have been in the river probably if you were standing here. So they filled in probably 40 feet with building the structure and adding all the extra riprap down to the bottom. So in a way, I kind of feel that it hurt the fishing because you used to be able to do some really good crappie fishing in here, but when they brought all this stuff together and they added all this extra riffraff. It shortened the channel so it's not nearly as wide, so there's more current, so the crappie don't come in here so much as what they used to. Rhea C, good morning to you. It's great to see you. But anyway, this was supposed to be made more handicap capable, and to me it's not. I mean, if you was a handicap person, they got the handicap wrap and everything to get down here, but you really can't fish from here if you're handicapped because you can't get down to the river to get your fish. Before, you could at least go down the ramp and fish and get to your fish. So today, the main target today is going to be crappie and the boat. I want to go up on the lake. It just depends on how windy it's going to be. Because if it's white capping, I won't go up on the lake. And I stay off that lake in the summertime because there's too many idiots on their jet skis and their bass boats doing 90 to nothing and their big pleasure boats making wakes all over the place because they got money to spend. I'm sorry, I can't afford to go a half a block and waste 3 gallons of gas in my luxury boat. And the people on them Sea-Doos, they just don't care. They don't care if you're fishing or not, or if you're going fast or going slow. They'll just cut right in front of you. Not knocking people that enjoy their Sea-Doos. I just wish someone had a little bit more courtesy for other people on the water. It's really windy here, Bill. So it's probably just that wind moving that rod around to the line. Or it could be the service too, because the service is terrible here. The wind right now is blowing probably 10 to 15 miles an hour. So that's not helping anything either. You can probably hear the wind, or you hear the spillway that's right behind me. But I know as soon as I turn this camera to show you the spillway, I'm going to lose my service. I'm really expecting a turtle bite. So that's what I always get, is turtle bites. Might catch the turtle. I might catch catfish on this right rod. It's got stinky balls. This is the stinky balls we're using today. Paul, welcome in. Good morning to you. Good to see you. Man, I'm so glad you guys came out here to hang out with me, because I got up early, my day off, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to sleep in. Well, that wasn't going to happen. So I thought, well, what better thing to do than come try to do this live if I actually got service and hang out with you guys if you were up this early. Rhea's probably having bacon at the pub somewhere, because she always knows where the good deals are. That's the camera moving there. Not this morning, huh? I got up and I made sausage and gravy and eggs. Had a couple cups of coffee. So I got my day started out right. Lisa, good morning. Welcome in. Yeah, I was going to make bacon, but I kind of felt like bacon and sausage and gravy is going to be too much. Of course, if I'd have made the bacon today, I wouldn't have to make the bacon tomorrow. But I do got sausage and gravy for tomorrow. I didn't do biscuits. I just did some toast and kind of broke the toast up. It worked out just fine. Oh, and I threw an egg on her just for good. Well, I'm going to pull that skipjack rod. I'm going to move it because it ain't getting no bites where it's at. So there must not be a fish there. Did it have a turtle bite or gar bite? One of the two. I only got 2 ounces of weight on that. I'm really kind of surprised it's holding. That current's going through pretty good. Bacon is good for bait, yes it is. But if I'm going to pay that kind of price, I'm going to eat bacon and not bait bacon. So I was down here fishing. I fished for about a half hour last night. Then I caught my first cast, and you know, catching a fish on your first cast always seems to just be a bad deal. It's like bad juju. But I caught a gar on my first cast. Then I didn't get another for a while. Then I hooked in a nice largemouth bass. And I was using minnows. But that was the only 2 fish I caught yesterday afternoon. Good morning. Tabarka, good morning. Welcome in. Kind of almost looks like I'm getting a bite on that left rod. It could be the wind. Seems like that line kind of goes a little slack that way, then it straightens back up. It might be a turtle. Hey, good morning.
Hey, the golf comes up to you friendly.
Okay.
Are you luck?
No, not yet. Anyway, we'll see what's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing here. They built all of this, and they put a handicap ramp over here to my left, but you can't get to the water. A handicapped person has no way to get to the water. They put a nice little platform at the bottom of these steps, but no handicapped person can get on a wheelchair down the ramp or down the steps. And I can't really see anybody with a walker trying to get down these steps. So it's not a very smart design here either. I'd hate to know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars they spent on building this and the one that crossed from me. I'll try to turn this camera and see. Look. So they built this, and they built that one over there. And here's where I'm probably going to lose you guys or digitize out really bad. That's the spillway. Clyde, welcome in. How you doing, buddy? I am at Clearwater Lake in Piedmont, Missouri. I'm actually on the lower Black River. Yeah, they ain't gonna. They did this like five or 6 years ago. They ain't gonna come in and fix it. People complain and complain. Didn't do any good. It is. It's a wonderful day to be out here fishing. It's windy, but at least the rain has stopped. How you doing there, Anthony? Mike, welcome in. No, I ain't caught nothing yet. Looked like I probably had a guard or something bite on my bait. It's kind of torn up a little bit, but I got wildcat stinky balls on my right rod, and I got skipjack on my left. Yeah, it's probably about 7 o'clock here. I'm on Central Standard Time as well. Yeah, it's 7:11. Hey, thank you there, Anthony. I appreciate you stopping in, buddy. You know, if y'all want to subscribe, awesome. It's great to have you to the family. We do lots of lives. We do long form videos. I don't do a whole lot of shorts. I do some. Domingo, welcome back in. Good to see you. Hope the video quality is not too bad. I don't have very good service here. This would be, there's a lot of carp in here. This would be a good spot to carp fish. And I might even do that later. I've got a couple rods I can carp fish with. As far as that goes, I could probably carp fish with these rods that I'm using the stink bait on. I won't be able to do it live though, because I'll have to be down by the river, and I know I don't have service at all, hardly down there. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much straight north of me. And Anthony's pretty much south. Hey, yeah, you get a wrench. You've been around for a long time. And I didn't realize you didn't have a wrench, so there. I'd have given it to you a while back. Hey, that's a bite on the stinky balls. It wasn't a really big bite, but it was enough that I've seen the rod tip bend over. I usually put a bell on the stinky ball one, but it's in my truck. I'm sure you guys don't ever know anything about me forgetting things in my truck. I probably make 50 trips to my truck every video because I forget something. Yesterday I caught my biggest bass, a cut bluegill. Awesome. When I was fighting it, I thought it was like a catfish. An 8-pound bass, that's awesome. My biggest bass is only like 4.5 pounds. Debbie, welcome in. How you doing? Looks like we got some shad out here working in the water. You cannot throw a cast net here anymore. They say it's because there's the big head carp in here, and I've never seen one. I've heard tales of people once in a while getting one, but I've never seen a big head carp come out of here. And they don't want them taken up to the lake. So the spillway is designed where it flows down, nothing can go up. Sitting outside in Illinois. Well, you're not that far away from me there, Debbie. I hope you're having a good day. I'm sure it's probably cloudy, a little bit windy there as well, depending on where you're at in Illinois, that is. I don't really plan on keeping any fish, but using these stinky balls, sometimes the fish will swallow the hook, and if it swallows the hook, you might as well keep it because it's going to die. So if that happens, I will keep the fish, but I'm not planning on keeping any. My son is into fishing. I had movers and they stole me. Oh man, that's terrible. That's horrible. Anthony J. all day, welcome in. Now, nowhere near Wisconsin. I'm getting a bite on that stupid rod. I wonder if that fish ain't on. That might be a little bitty channel cat. It might be on that hook. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't steal from somebody in the first place. I mean, if you need it that bad, ask. I've had stuff stolen from me. I'm like, it was really meaningless stuff to me. But if you wanted it, just ask. I probably would give it to you. I mean, I ain't saying I made of money or anything, but I mean, the simple little things that isn't really a big deal. Just ask for it if you need it. You know what I mean? Quincy, how you doing? Welcome in. I'm gonna give that stinky ball a few more minutes. If it don't do anything else, I'm gonna reel it in. We'll see if we got any bait left. Still ain't got nothing on the skipjack head, or the skipjack. I kind of gave up on using, I'll send that to you. I'll PayPal it to you, or Venmo it. might have to borrow it from Mid-South though. But he takes easy installments to pay him back, so it'll be good. They get brave around here and try to do it when you're. Yep. I really want to go to the Mississippi and do like a camp out on a sandbank. But man, I don't want to take my truck and my trailer and leave it somewhere at a public ramp because somebody's going to tear it up. They're going to break the window because they think they might get something. And that's going to cost me more to replace that stupid window than what it's worth. But I think it'd be really fun to go to the Mississippi and do a camp out. What part of Illinois you in there, Debbie? Are you like up north by Chicago or down towards St. Louis, or where you at? Okay, I don't know where that's at. I'm not even sure if I could say that properly. Near Rockford. Okay. So you're more up toward Chicago way. I'm going to go ahead and pull this stinky ball rod in, see if we got any bait left. If not, we'll rebait. And we'll get it back out there. About 2 hours west of Chicago. Okay. I have a few friends that spent some time in Rockford. Well, at least one. Alright. Clean the stinky ball off, so let's put another one on. Make sure that's packed on that little spring pretty good. Matter of fact, I'm going to run up to the truck and get a little bell to put on her. Just because it's easier. The rod's kind of hard to see. All right, we got us a little bell. So if the fish you decide to bite, we'll hear it. Yeah, they were calling for rain here all weekend, and now they've called it off for today. They're just saying really high winds. But them skipjack, they're going to be crack-a-lacking. Hey, I can read through those typos. I do typos all the time. Ouch. My dog won't let anybody touch, put his arm in the vehicle, tried to hit over 18 stitches. Wow. They got the gates open at the dam. That's awesome. I might have to make a day trip down there. Okay, well, you know how my day trips are when I go to Kentucky. My day trip turns into a night trip. Then it turns into the next day trip. But I might have to come down. I don't know. Don't hold me on. I might or might not come down. Not today. But in 2 weeks. Because by then, the water temperature is going to probably drop another 5 or 10 degrees. The skippies are going to be in there. Maybe the stripers might be up in there. Some catfish might be biting. There might be some fish to catch. Let me do some Skippy update. Well, you can do all the Skippy updates you want to do. Because you're probably right. They're probably going to be all over the place. I haven't ordered those sabiki rigs yet, but I'm going to order them. I really want to take my boat down there. I really do. But it cost me a fortune to pull that boat down there and back. Going down probably ain't too bad because it's downhill, but coming back, it kills me in gas. Just driving, I spend probably another $20 in gas driving up than what I spend driving down there and driving around. That's a turtle bite, guys, on that left rod. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but that's definitely a turtle bite. We got 24 people in here and 20 thumbs up. You guys don't mind, smash that thumbs up. It's free. Don't cost you a darn thing. You got your phone in your hand anyway, just double tap that screen. And if that rod goes over, you're going to see a really fancy hook set. Because I do some wild hook sets. But Anthony J, if I come down on that day, I'll probably just stay at the hotel. So I ain't got a full with setting a tent up for a day. It's absolutely been cold early in the mornings, 41 to 50 degrees. By noon, 88. Wow. Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, that's Last night when I left, it was 72 degrees. When I got up this morning, it was still 70. So it's been kind of nice here. I really enjoyed it. It's only supposed to get to 74. So it's going to be a nice day when I get my butt out on that river and I start catching some crappie. And I did bring my vacuum sealer so I can use my out of air vacuum seal bags. And if y'all want to check them out, go to outofair.com for all your needs in vacuum bags. I would say I link it in the description, but I ain't going to do that. But they were nice enough to send me some nice bags, and I really do like them, to be honest with you. And I ain't telling you that because they sent me the bags. I mean, they're better than that stuff you buy at the store. Matter of fact, the only reason why I actually brought skipjack with me is because I was using the store-bought bags, and they don't want to hold a vacuum seal. So they were going to get freezer burnt, so I just brought them with me to use them. Really wasn't planning on doing any catfishing. I was just going to crappie fish. I probably really don't even need this jacket on, but it's a little breezy, so it makes it a little bit cool. "74 degrees, partly cloudy" is what it says. So the next investment that's going to be made for the Fun Fishing Adventures channel is a lithium battery for the boat. I'm tired of getting out here and running my trolley motor for a couple hours and it dying. If I get a lithium battery, I'm good to go for several hours. I can set it on spot lock and be in good shape. Then I guess I got to buy another YouTube phone after that. Lithium battery comes first. Yes, lithium batteries are still expensive, but they're coming down in price. And I got some Bravo points at my jobs, what they call Bravo points. And it's like $175 worth, and I can use it on Amazon. So that's $175 that I don't have to pay for a battery out of my pocket. So I think it's well worth the investment. Or I could go to Bass Pro and buy the same battery and use a couple gift cards that I got and probably have to spend 30 or 40 bucks, but still. I've done a lot of research. The lifetime battery seems to be the battery to go with as far as a value type battery. And I did reach out to Lifetime to see if they would send me a battery or if they would offer me a discount or anything on the battery. But they're like, you don't meet our criteria. And I went to start looking at some of their things, and they're sending batteries to people that have 1,000 subscribers that have no reviews. And I'm like, well, I have 4,000 subscribers. I only got one review, but still. I have a 16-foot Starcraft aluminum boat. It's the crappie type setup. It's got the open floor plan. It does have a deck on the front. But I like it because it's wide. It's like 6 or 7 foot wide, and I don't have decks all over the place. I can roam around the boat pretty freely. It's got a 90 horse or a 60 horsepower motor on it. It's an Evinrude. That's the quietest two-stroke motor I've ever had. Good morning, Air Trizzler. How you doing? Good to see you again. So we're probably going to give it about another half hour here. Then I'm going to go up to the bait shop. I'm going to get some minnows. I'm going to get all my stuff ready, and I'm going to head out on the lake or on the river. See if I can catch some crappie. If not, I'll go up on the lake. Hopefully this wind lays down a little bit. Because there ain't nothing worse than trying to get up on the lake and fight and fight and fight to try to stay in one spot to crappie fish. Got a 14-foot Lowe's that I use and a pontoon. I would like to have a small pontoon just for like catfishing and stuff. That would be awesome. You could just like set it up any way you wanted with a pontoon. A boat's kind of hard unless you want to go buy all the rack systems and everything else. I just can't believe we ain't getting no bites. We got some bites on stinky balls. We're not getting no serious bites. Thought we had a good shot with that skipjack. With all this current coming down, I really thought we'd get some flatheads or some big channel cats. Yeah, Lisa and Randy, they pretty much stripped theirs down and made it a catfishing rig. I mean, that's the way to do it. Put you a couple lawn chairs on there and be done. So I know you guys can't see it, but over here, there's a point that comes out, and I'm just on the edge of the point as it comes up this way. I might try to go more straight across, a little farther towards the other side, which is a little bit deeper with that skipjack. My phone just rang. I tried, folks. Something was just ringing my bell. Let's see if it comes back for more action. I really wish I had some Sunny Super Sticky. That stuff catches fish. Ooh, Fishing the Mid-South is live from Belleville, Illinois. There ain't no fish in Belleville, Illinois, though. I'll tell you that. Yes, there is flatheads in here. There's channel cats and flatheads. We do not have blue cat in this river. There's carp, there's gar, flathead, channel cat, crappie, bluegill. Once in a while you'll catch a skipjack. There's gizzard shad. I don't know if I said carp or not, but there's carp. There's white bass, largemouth, smallmouth. And I think that's about it. So we got a pretty good selection of fish that are in these waters. Oh yeah, flathead are fun. Fun to catch. Ron says, good morning from South Florida. I hope things are well with you down there in Florida. I hope you survived the hurricane down there. Welcome into your fun fishing adventures there, Ron. Appreciate you popping in. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up. If you like to, subscribe. That's up to you. It's free. You can't beat free. Not many things in life are free, but subscribing to your Fun Fishing Adventures YouTube channel is free. I really wish that fish would. There he goes. I was just about to say, I really wish that fish would hit that stinky ball, Rob. And it did. Now let's see if it hit it when I got the rod in my hand. Probably not, because they don't normally do that. Like they know when you pick that rod up. Now that I put that rod back down and put that bell on it, something's going to hit it. Why? Because it's not in my hand. Just the way it is. See? There it is. Do not buy that fishing rod, fish. Bite. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you to do it again. Time to rebait. Guys, when I say these things are stinky balls, they are stinky. You can go home and wash your hands in dawn. You can take 4 showers and wash your hands again in dawn, and you can still smell it on your hands. Let's see if he comes back out there. Riverfront Baits, welcome in. Good morning to you. Now, I wonder if I put that right back in front of that fish's face, because my bell's ringing already. That bait is pretty hard, so it kind of takes a little bit of effort for him to get to it. Doing some catfishing. That's right, Riverfront Baits. I seen that rod move, but I also seen look like a drum or something, or a buffalo, right there where my line was at. So I don't know if it was a buffalo or if it's actually a fish on that left rod. We'll find out if that rod bends over. I know the gar are thick in here. Probably why there's no crappie in here right now is because the gar are all over the place. Once this water cools down and them gar go back to wherever they come from, I guess I go back down to the Mississippi River or wherever this empties out into. The crappie will start to bite up in here. Go and scout it for salmon later. I've caught one salmon. It was on Lake Michigan. It was a blast. We were trolling, doing like 20 miles an hour. At least it seemed like it. I couldn't believe that the fish would catch up with that bait. The one and only time I went was Bob and my buddy Tom. And it's not the Bob and Tom from the Bob and Tom show. It just happens to be that way. But my buddy Tom, he's passed away from cancer. I guess probably last year. Which, it's a great loss. He's a great man. Crappie sounds good, right? Definitely so. What size crappie are they? You're going to catch anywhere between an average of 5 to 13 inch crappie in my area. A 13 inch crappie is a really good crappie for us here. I have seen one 14 1/4 inch crappie caught. And my buddy Shane that I've fished with before, he's got a different job, so he can't really fish so much anymore. But he caught a 14 1/4 inch crappie out of this river. You know, when you get down further south, it stays warmer. The crappie eat more, they get bigger. Really can't tell so much if that's a bite, or if that's that current pushing that around, or if it's these buffalo bumping that line. Them buffalo are getting really active in here. Oh yeah, crappie is my favorite fish to eat over anything. I haven't ever had walleye. I hear walleye's really good, but I've never had it. if that's a channel cat out there hidden on that hook, I can't believe he ain't ate it, because that hook ain't very big. But when I go out on the boat here in a little bit, I'm gonna have minnows, and if I don't do go with minnows, I'll do some jig fishing, or vice versa. I gotta find the fish first. There's a couple decent brush piles out there that you can normally get them in, but sometimes they're not there at all. That was a bite. Got to be a little bitty catfish pulling with that. All right, these fish got 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute countdown, guys. Will we catch a fish? Won't we catch a fish? Where I'm at, it's a walleye all day. Wow. That's a bite on the catfish. Did y'all see that? That was a definite bite on this skipjack. I gotta go down there and get my hook. I'm hung up on a rock. Now that I'm going down here, and I won't be by that rod, something's gonna bite on that rod. These guys are kind of hard. But I tell you what, they do get bites. They ain't catching no fish, but they are getting bites. And really, that bag I got it from Walmart. It was like $4. There's a ton of bait in there. So I'm just trying for small channel cat. It's not a bad deal. Now if I could just hook up. It's definitely been great to see new faces in here, Debbie, and everybody else is coming in. Road, how you doing? Welcome in from Indonesia. See, another new face. Welcome into the place here at Fun Fishing Adventures. We're doing some catfishing for whatever wants to bite. Flathead their channel. We don't have much longer because we're going to go catch some crappie here in a little bit. But definitely welcome in, sir. Run, we're fishing mullet run. All right. Crappie and break the surface and 40-inch snooks. Wow. That would be fun. I've never caught a fish like that. So seeing as how we seem to have okay service here, we may do this evening and do some catfishing from this area again. I don't know yet. We'll have to play it by ear. But we got about 5 minutes and then I'm going to go catch some crappie. I've only been to Florida once to fish, and I got COVID on a stupid plane ride there. So my whole trip to Florida was pretty much ruined. And I didn't even get to do any freshwater fishing because I really wanted to do some bass fishing. I wanted to catch some peacock bass, but that didn't happen either because that would be a ton of fun. Oh, go ahead and ding that bell. Take it. When I did go to Florida, before the COVID kicked in, I did get to go over to the ocean and caught some speckled trout, I think is what they're called. Well, I know, that's why I really wanted to try to catch some peacocks, because I know they're a blast to catch. I've never caught one, but I've seen them on videos, man, and they fight like crazy. And during the summertime, I play a catfisherman. I'm not a great catfisherman. I'm not an expert by any means. I'm a crappie fisherman. Not saying I'm an expert at it, but I enjoy crappie fishing most of all. Yeah, I mean, peacock blast, I mean, they're a blast from what I've seen people catch. And I tell you, fish, I think is a lot of fun to catch too. And people that catch them all the time, just like, oh, it's just every day. But going down to catch skipjack herring, they are so much fun to catch. Especially when they get 2 or 3 on at one time. You think you got you a monster because they're all going different directions. I keep waiting for my little conservation guy to pull up over here. I ain't seen him the past couple times I've been here, so I'm sure I'll see him soon. Caught plenty of peacocks in Miami, I bet. If you didn't make it back to Florida, try some bridge fishing in the Keys. Personal best is 16.75 pounds in Brazil. That's awesome. Yeah, my daughter was actually working at Disney going to college, and she had like a scholarship to work at Disney, and so she moved down there for about a year, and I went down to visit her for her birthday. So I was in the Orlando area. We went up to Lake Kissimmee, which is a beautiful lake. It was really fun seeing the gators, which isn't in my area, but just the gators in the water. So things like that to me, the different birds, the different kind of trees, I thought that was really neat because I don't have that here. I lived in Florida for almost 3 years. Fishing was a blast, I bet. Caught sharks and peacock bass too. I've fished in 30 states so far. Well, that sounds like an amazing trip there, Bill. I primarily only get to fish in Missouri, Illinois, and Kentucky. Just because they're fairly close to me. I personally don't like to drive, but I would like to go down to Oklahoma and fish, and New Mexico and fish with Wild Hook and Duke. I'd definitely love to go up to Indiana and fish with Stacy at Bank Fishing Adventures. Shoot, I'd love to go peacock fishing if I ever get back down there. I don't plan on going down there anytime soon, Pat. Not unless I start making a whole lot of money on YouTube. That was an expensive trip just to go down there and stay for a couple nights. And we didn't even go do anything fun. I mean, well, I didn't because I got stuck with COVID. But still living a dream. My favorite is trout fishing in South Carolina and Chattanooga. Yep. That little catfish is back. He's ringing my bell again. There's gotta be a little guy. So I was always told, I don't know if it's true or not, but the reason why you don't catch fish when you pick up your rod so much is because they can feel your heartbeat through the line. I don't know if that's true. It could be an old wives' tale, but I was told that. I think it has something to do with the tension on the line. They feel that tension and they let go of it because the tension changes. Well, we have trout also in Ohio, 1 hour from me. Yeah, I've got like trout streams, like natural streams at the conservation stocks. And in the wintertime, one of the local lakes in my town, they stock that and the 1st of November. So they stock that up with trout, and they have like a trout season through February. Then after February 1st, if you have a trout stamp, you can keep the trout. I personally don't care to eat trout. I used to love it when I was young, but the older I got, I just don't really care a whole lot for it anymore. But ocean trout is probably a lot different than rainbow or brown trout. And I know I said we were going to quit 10 minutes ago, or in 10 minutes, like 15 minutes ago, but we'll go for a few more minutes. Why not? I'm really determined to catch that stupid little catfish is what it is. They can feel vibration. Yep. That's kind of, it makes sense. So that's like when I'm trying to use like this little stinky ball dough baits. That's why I just kind of like try to pull the rod, and if I hook, I hook. If I don't, I don't. But you can sit there and hold that stupid rod; they won't bite. As soon as you put it down, they'll bite on it again. Now, I've seen tons of big catfish come out from where this water comes out of the spillway. I've seen a lot of big catfish come out of there. Not nearly as much as it used to be. It used to be when it'd be nothing to catch a 15, 20-pound flathead out of there. You'll still get them, but not nearly as often. I see one day one guy pulled 5 big flatheads out of there. And he put every one of them in his cooler. I'm like, those big fish, those are your baby makers. Keep the small ones if you want them. That goes for your blues, your big channel cats, any of that stuff. That's how your population gets remade. They ain't worth the darn to eat once they get so big. Of course, flatheads, they're supposed to be good anytime. So if I'm going to keep a flathead, I'm going to keep a small one. Especially in the spring when they're spawning, well, early summer. Random questions, sturgeon. I don't have sturgeon here. I can catch them in the Mississippi River, but there's none in here. Now this river is the Black River. It actually turns into a White River from what I understand in Arkansas. I've never been down that far, so I don't know that as a fact. But I think I've seen that on Google Maps. And I'm sure at some point in time that this dumps into the Mississippi somewhere. I've never caught a bowfin out of here. And I know south of here at Wapapello Lake, they're starting to see signs of snakeheads, which is not good. You start getting snakeheads in your waterway, you might as well forget it. All right, Paul, have a good day. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. A stupid little catfish is just toying with me. Have to go to the Missouri River to catch sturgeon. Believe it or not, I've never fished Missouri River. I only fish in Mississippi just because it's close. I mean, I guess the Missouri River is probably not that far away from me. I just haven't gone there to do it. It's just like the Merrimack River. It's not that far. I just don't go. Probably because I don't know an access really to go to. All right, Ron, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. You have a wonderful day. And we might see you again later on tonight if we decide to do a live, or if I decide to do a live from here. If not, maybe we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you again for stopping in. I'm going to give it 3 minutes, guys. Give it to the minute 45 or the hour 45 mark. Then I'm going to go get bait and go do crappie fishing. Hopefully get on some nice ones. Beating on a drum. Yep. Landon, how you doing there, buddy? I hope everything went okay in Florida. I mean, I know you're here, or at least you were here. But I hope everything is fine down in Florida. I guess I'm going to go ahead and reel these rods up. Sorry, Landon, you came in at the last minute, buddy, but I'll probably be back on this afternoon or this evening. Maybe even this afternoon. I don't know. So I hope this video wasn't too digitized or bad. That's very true. And if you hit that subscribe button and turn on them notifications, you'll know every time we go live, which might be a bad thing, but it could be a good thing too. But hey, Ron, I do appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us. We got a great community of people here, so you're always welcome. Well, whatever it was that hit this one took my bait. That's probably why I didn't catch him. Might have been a turtle or a gar. Like I said, there's a ton of gar in here right now. He pretty much cleaned that off too. There's just a little bit of bait left on that. So, all right, guys, on that we're gonna call it a day for now. We'll probably see you again this evening or this afternoon. Thank you all for watching your Fun Fishing Adventures live stream. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. It's all free. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon. MVP, we were catfishing, but I'm getting ready to go crappie fishing. And I won't have service on the boat, so I can't do a live stream. But we're going to try to go live again this afternoon. So thank you for stopping in there. And I'm going to have to get up and try to fish with you one day, because you're just up in St. Louis, right? I think you are. You're not that far from me. Our house is good, but the people's... Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I hope they're okay. The houses can be fixed, but they can't be. So I hope they're all good. All right, guys, have a good day. We'll catch you later on.